Hello everybody, today I'm playing a game called Old World. It's a indie game. It was in early access, it's come out of early access and you can now play it. But it's basically Civilization meets Crusader Kings. You're in charge of an empire and you got to run the empire, you got to have children to carry on your legacy. So it's very much like Crusader Kings mixed with civilization. So we're going to start today, and we're going to play as Rome. We're playing as Romulus, the first Roman Empire, or first Roman Emperor, or the founder of Rome, should I say. Basically I'm going to play as him. I'm going to set up all the different things here. I'm going to have the three opponents. I'll leave all that on there as is. No, we won't put Ruthless AI on. We'll put Morality on Norm, Mortality on Realistic. Events minimum. Okay, so basically what happens is every time that with the succession rules here, I've put on agnostic, which means the males inherit before the females, and I've set it onto the youngest inherits first. So your youngest child will become your heir. I know the thing is the older child, but sometimes the older child is just too old to take over, so I prefer to pick the younger child option. We'll do a random map. We'll do a medium map. The rest of these we won't worry too much about. Yeah, so we're playing as Romulus, and we're going to start our Roman Empire. Yes, I know, I've disabled them. The game was in early access for a long time. I actually brought it when it was in early access. It was originally on Epic, but it's now come to Steam. It actually came to Steam a while ago, and I play it. It's now not early access anymore. Okay, you are Romulus, first king of the Romans. Cast into a river and left to die as a baby, you were found and raised by a she-wolf. Years later, stronger and trained for your return to the world of man, you were reunited with your birth mother, Elia, together with your jealous twin brother, Remus. Yes, your family can organize to have you killed. Twin brother Remus, you have fought tooth and nail to unite the disputed tribes of your people. You have now set out to find a place for your new city. The existing civilization of this old world does not yet know the power and might of Rome, but they will learn. Okay, so basically you start off with your little settler. Like I said, it's exactly like Civilization, except in this case you can only build on the set area it's allowing you to build on here. So I can only build here basically in this green part, this part that's highlighted green. Then as you put down your place, you see it's also got like a borderline, and all the resources in that borderline you can claim. If you want to get anything beyond that borderline, you need to extend your border. Very similar to Civilization. Let's go with, I need to choose which city will be the founders, which family will be the founders of the city. Let's go with Fabius Raiders. Okay, and then it'll ask you what do you want to research. The best option to start researching is camps, so you can get animals and stuff. Guess warrior would also be okay, but I think for now, let's go with trappings. Okay, then it gives you a little villager. and it's your villager's job to build the stuff you need. Maybe she's building a farm. It's already got soldiers, so you can set them to guard on the borderline here. And if you don't know, if you can't find any of your soldiers, you can click next unit and it will take you to the next person on your team. This is a scout. He can scout ahead and discover more stuff for you. So we're going to start going that way. I'm going to start upwards. That's another city up there. Okay, he's finished moving. Your characters are limited by their movement. See, you're actually limited by this. You've got a certain amount of moves you can make in that year. And when the year is finished, or when you can't move anymore, you click end year, and then your turn ends. Very similar to Civilization and all that. Okay, the next thing. Okay, we can build the oracle. We can build the hanging gardens. We can build a farm, or we can mine gems. Start with the mining of gems. It normally takes your villager about a day to build the building, sometimes longer. Okay, let's keep on scanning. This is another city site. In other words, if I can hire another settler and I can move them here. I think another settler is coming already, and then we can build a new city over here. These are special events or special things that your character can get from these glowing like shrine things. There's quite a few of them around. I should go with this villager and see what this is. Okay, we can't make it. Alright, India. You can make the game very combat orientated, meaning you can make the computer constantly attack you. You can play the diplomatic route where you try and be nice to everybody. But in our case, we're gonna try the diplomatic route. Because I'm not really outfitted for fighting at the moment. Got one soldier battalion. Okay. It's a game that I like because it's a mixture of two of my favorite games, and I kind of like its aspect that your character does die, so you need to have a child to take over, whereas with Civilization you've got a leader and that leader is just your leader and they just never die, they're immortal. But in this case it's better to have an actual thing where you need to have children and make an army in it and have a legacy to carry on. That's what I like about Crusader Kings, although I will not play Crusader Kings on a video because that game is hard. This game is slightly easier than Crusader Kings. Prince Remus, your brother and heir, cannot let go of grievances and is often angry, the most bitter person. Okay, so Remus has developed anger. Okay, and we've finished learning our research. Let's do. See, it randomly brings up stuff, and if your leader's got a certain trait, you can randomize. You click here, and then it'll randomize the cards that appear. This is your tree, basically. It's a very, very long tree. There's lots to learn. Like I said, they're still updating the game regularly, so every now and again there will be a massive update and they'll add something new to the game. I think we'll try and work towards aristocratic, because that gives us I think it gives us the ability to hire a spy master or a diplomat. Basically, if you want to make your way towards something, you click on it, and then it will tell you what you need to learn beforehand to get to it. In this case, it says I need to learn divination before I can get to aristocracy. Okay, so I'm learning divination, like it said I must learn. Okay, my soldiers basically just stand. They're only here to guard if we get attacked. Until then, they're just guarding the place. Okay, let me walk my scouts a bit further. The city site's up here. This might be where my next settlement will take place. Ooh, near a desert. A grinning barbarian chief comes before you, bowing with respect. She explains that it is customary among the Numidians to show their prosperity by offering gifts to new acquaintances. How shall we respond? Accept it and feast in their honour. So we get 40 opinions and 100 gold, and we maintain a truce with them if we choose the first option. The second option, we get 100 gold, but we lose our food. We lose 36 of our food. The king can also become humble, and we also maintain the truce, or our loyalty cannot be brought. They lose 40 opinions of you, and you are at war with them. Okay. So let's go with this first one. See here, the Numians are here. Surprise marriage proposal has arrived from the Nubians, your king Romulus and Queen Sela. So they want me to marry her. Let's see what the consequences are. I become a zealot. I become fierce. I lose wisdom. I gain courage. Queen Celia will join the nation of Rome, and the opinions of us will go to 80%, but we'll lose legitimacy because we married into a tribe. Yeah, let's ring the bells. We need an heir after all, so beggars can't be choosers. You can also gather like resources as you walk over them with your scout to a certain extent. And you can also name places when your character discovers a place. You can name them. Oh, the Danes. Border dispute. Almost immediately after discovering the Danish encampment, our troops are threatened by the warriors at its border. Insults are traded, weapons are drawn. Our units stand at attention, ready to act on our commands. What are your orders? The Danes contacted. Purchase their goodwill with a gift of gold. Take one of their units as a prisoner and hostage. Okay, we'd rather do that one because, like I said, we're trying to do the diplomatic route here. I've got enough money, so pay for it. To choose a production for Rome. I think I'm going to do some more soldiers. Another worker. We got enough scouts, I'm not going to do scouts. Basically what I'm doing here is I'm making a slinger, so we can have a military. I'm making another worker, so we can work more of the land. And I'm researching festival, which gives us 20 happiness and produces civics. Civics, you need to change the laws in the country. Civics, you need to just designate your heir. If you're not too sure about your heir, you can use civics to designate a new heir. It's a little bit complicated, but it's best to make as much civics as you can. So always work on it. Civics you basically need for everything. Okay, we've got another settler. I was going to go up this way, but it's kind of a desert. And nothing much for us to gain up there. This side we're very close to our initial kingdom, also nothing to gain, but there's also down here, which leads us next to a river. I think we'll go that way. Always need water, of course. That's the farm, that's the mine. She's just finished the mine. You can build another farm down here, or you can build a hunting camp. Let's go with the hunting camp. Okay. The only problem I did find with the game is it does tend, the longer you take to actually go through things, and as the ages progress, the game does start slowing down. But I think they fixed it with one of their recent updates, so it's not so bad anymore. Okay, we built our new city down here. You can rename your city if you don't like the name. You just click here and you click up here and you can rename your city, but I'm leaving them as their default names. Oopsie, didn't mean to send my villager away. I'm sure she'll be okay for now. That's the advantage to having peace around. They don't totally decimate your villages. Unknown nation. Our scouts have encountered travelers from a foreign land. Although they speak a strange tongue, these men and women appear harmless. They wish to greet our people and establish relations. Do you dare risk our nation's security? The Greece contacted. Avoid them as we have enemies enough. Okay. This will give us 3 orders if we ignore them, and King Romulus will get experience. This one will show us where their town centre is, and their opinion of us will go up and could lead to future events, whereas this other one doesn't. Okay, let's go with that one. And there's their main city there, Alexandria. Here's more Nemeans. Aristocracy. You've come a long way from hunting with a pack of wolves to a king of Rome, but your past is not so easily forgotten. Some nights the howling of the wolves from the hills around Rome drift over the palace and run through your dreams, taking you back to a different time. Take strength from your new pack. This will increase our standing with the city and give us courage. And I can start an ambition to control 10 populations. He gets charisma. He gets civics from this one, +2, and discover 6 technologies. The wolf covers not who I am anymore, gives them just experience. We'll go with this one, as like I said, you need civics. So now if you see here, it's given me the discover 6 technologies. It's now ambition of your king, and I think I've set the game's winning conditions to complete 20 ambitions, so now these must take priority now, so I have to discover technologies. I've got a child, didn't even know I had a child. I know he's not my child, he's my brother's child. He is our heir. Ugh. We haven't had a child yet. Okay. Yes, Grecia. The half-life of this river. Unfortunately, the only way to unlock all these, to unlock the land and see what you're looking for, is to explore into the clouds. You can remove the fog of war, but that kind of ruins the things of the games. I've also got no idea how to use a boat in this game. Okay, it says I can make a shrine of Belladonna here. I can work on a monument. I can work on another monument, the Hanging Gardens. I can build a mine. I kind of need mine more than anything else. Ah, I can't move it, damn it. Can move further. The mine gives you iron. And believe me, you are going to need iron eventually. Okay, so what else can we build here? It's my villager's move, so I need to see what I can build. I can build another mine here. Requires a river. It's culture. I think we'll go with the mine. Like I said, you need mines, so it's best to work on them. Lake Felivo. I got money from standing on that shrine, just so you know. See, you can rename it, but I'm just leaving the things on the default names. This is Surgum. Oh, I can't harvest it, I must be too far away. Tuska Lake. Got food from that one. The Numians are everywhere. Yeah, I've got no idea how to get across water in this game. I've still been unable to find out how to do it. The scouts of Rome are fearless, exploring even further under your expert direction. With the last report of far-off lands, you have had the many discoveries compiled into a map of the known world. News of the spreads, and you are soon known as the explorer. Poring over the map and imagining the place still still undiscovered, you wonder how you will stand apart from other nations on this world. Of this world. Is it time to pursue a new ambition to secure the name of Rome? Okay, I can get 4 mining specialists. Control 5 developing cities. Follow my own path. There are no other tasks to focus on for now. My wife has given birth to a daughter. Well, we've got an heir. It's good. I don't think Remus is going to be too happy. Now his children aren't in line for the throne anymore. Okay, let's carry on. Oh, I missed this thing behind him. I must go back to it. Okay, it's telling me I must do some more research. I think I'll do this one here because it gives me border boost. So our border gets bigger. I think I'm going to try and build the hanging gardens. It's going to cost a lot of resources and money. But it'll also give us a huge boost to our score. And we've got an ambassador. Forgot about that. I'm going to use my mother as the ambassador. She's plus 65 to foreign opinion, plus 5 to tribal opinion, minus 30 to religious opinion. You're not really following any religion at the moment. I don't think we've got a religion at the moment. Okay, next unit. So, these are the soldiers I made. Slingers. Let's promote them to Horsebane, plus 25 versus mounted, plus 25 from hills and urban areas. To guard, leads to guard 200. This is 100 to defense. Let's go with that. I can also promote these guys. You can also give them a general, but I don't think I've got anyone to give as a general at the moment. I got iron from that place. Disciplined tribe. The embassy from the Scythians was escorted to our capital by a surprising well-disciplined formation of soldiers who put on an elaborate show of military coordination outside the city gates. Will he make no threats? The implication is clear that they have a powerful force at their command. King Tennis is... okay, his name's King Tennis. Our battle shall be epic. It's if we want to start a war. Let us not quarrel or maintain the truce, but we also get 180 to defense. I want to maintain the truces as much as possible. I don't want to have to fight in a war if I don't need to. Your wife cannot let go of grievances, she's often angry, she's become a bitter person. Okay. So my wife is also bitter now. Well, so far Remus hasn't tried to kill me. Yet. Okay, then generals. Got a couple. My wife can be a general. This guy can be a general. This lady heals in neutral territory. Go with that. My wife will leave this group. Now basically this black line that you see on the screen here is the end of the map. The wife has given birth to a son. Sweet, we got a male heir. You've noticed that for better or for worse, Duke Nemerius, that must be my new son. No, it's not. I think he's related to... he's related to... he's my nephew. Is showing signs of taking after his mother, Nelia the Bold. How this influence will take shape is yet to be seen. Ambassador Cornelia is superstitious. Okay. Superstitious is to religion what astrology is to astronomy. The mad daughter of a wise woman. Okay, I can only choose this option, so he's going to become suspicious, foolish, or pious. He became foolish. Lovely. Okay, he's not the heir. I want a foolish person in charge of our soldiers, or a nation for that matter. Okay, they've already got fears from the Queen. I don't fight often in urban areas. I'll use that one because it increases defense by 200. Okay, let's see. Oh, this scout has got a lot to explore. this one, I forgot about this place. Rome discovers a new technology, administration. I got a technology from that place, that's good. Okay, I went back. Okay, you can't move anymore. So I need to end my turn for now. Okay. Rhetoric. Form 2. Oh, we can get a religion. Dualism. I think this is a Chinese religion. I kind of like it. I think we do need to start getting a religion. Before we are declared heathens and attacked because we don't have a religion. See in the top corner here, it shows who you're married to, it shows your heir, and then you get ambassador, chancellor, and spy master, and the pictures will appear up here. You can also send them to do certain tasks. In this case, I don't actually have much I can do at the moment. Oh, is that my son? Oh, he's a nephew. But you can, I don't think you can do anything with regards to your wife. And your heir can't really do anything. But your chancellor, your ambassador, and your spy master have got options that they can do. Because we don't have any need for anything right now, and I don't have the requirements for some of the stuff, we can't do anything at the moment. But eventually, like if Greece starts getting too much and they're getting annoyed with you, you can send your ambassador to deliver them something and cheer them up. Something along those lines. Then also on this side here, on this face thing, you've got your wife is listed here, and then you've got the line of succession for your heirs. As you can see, my son is first, then comes my daughter, because we are the founder, so we're first. Then comes Remus's son, and then this son is fourth in line. Let's see here, what else do I have to show? Okay, up here, this is basically the religions. We aren't any of these religions, so we can't do anything at the moment. This is your civilization, there's me, and this is the king of Greece. This guy's the king of Greece. And then you can also see your relationship with the Danes, the Saracens, and the Numidians listed here. So when you see like this one is minus 45, it's best to try and see if you can. Let's see, I can't do it at the moment, but you can kind of try and send them stuff to cheer them up. We'll just have to grin and bear it for now, and hope they don't come and attack us because they're not in our favour anymore. These are your idle. I think these are idle people, and yeah, this is your entire military. But yeah, this is your line of succession. So it'll be my son. When he dies, then it'll be the daughter that will take over. When she dies, then it'll be Remus's son that takes over, the youngest son, and then his eldest son. Because we're using well, anyway, those rules where the youngest person inherits, all our kings then are going to be young people. I can not even say that word. Mtonga or something along those lines. Anyway, let's see where we were. Oh yes, we are moving our scouts around. There's the other Dans. Oh, we can build a granary. A granary makes your food and granary makes your food and that lasts longer. Because your people do eventually start getting hungry. That's why you build as many farms as you can. Okay, she's busy here. I need a quarry to get this. I haven't learned quarry yet. Our cities have merged into one. Didn't even realise that. Our border must have joined the two cities together. Okay, let's carry on looking around with my scouts. Basically, the scouts are just, they've got some combat, but they're not the best. But their main job is to scout the land for you. That's their job, that's why they scout. Wow. A very nice, pretty looking daughter there. Escort the survivor. Okay, 2 overturned wagons are discovered in a clearing, their goods scattered across the grass. A Hittite woman and her children weep over her dead body. The survivors claim that a bear attacked them without warning. The Hittite tribe contacted. This is new. Escort the survivors to the nearest settlement. Provide the survivors with a guide, but send our people on. Promise to notify the nearest settlement of their plight. I think I'll guide them to the nearest settlement. Duke Numus is now old enough to be tutored by courtiers. Like father, like son. Your courtiers inform you that for better or for worse, Duke Spurius is showing signs of taking after his father, Remus, the schemer. Gosh, that's not good. How this influence will take shape is yet to be seen. Better busyness than bitterness. Becomes bitter, intolerant, or righteous. I hope he becomes righteous. Yep, he becomes righteous. This is my son. Time passes quickly. Duke Numerous is growing up fast and eager to learn. How would you like to educate him? Let's educate him in civics. Yeah, I must admit I've got a really nice looking daughter here. Look at that picture. Very nice looking daughter. Okay, now let's carry on. You're the first to discover the landmark. What will you name it? Lake. We'll leave it as is. You can also change the name of your children as well. You just basically click here, click on the children, and then you can change their name down here. But I'll leave them as they are for now. Yeah, then up here you've got your help screen. If you get stuck, there's always a help screen. This is your ambition. Discover 6 technologies. I've discovered 3 of the 6. This is your family tree. As you can see, we started as our mother, and then it was me and Remus, and I married her, and he married her. I've had a girl and a boy, and he's had 2 boys. You can also change the law from here, but it requires civics. So I can change the law, I can change the heir. Basically from the screen you can do all that. This is just the timeline telling you what's happened so far. If you want to read up what's happened so far, you can read. This just tells you what the laws are that are currently enacted, and these are all the other laws you can later learn, but you've got to learn them through technologies. At the moment we can do this one. We can have centralization or vassalization, plus minus 50 unit consumption, no extra units when outside borders. Riders opinion plus 20, costs 40, requires aristocracy. All cities can build farms on marshes. Capital city plus 2 to science. It's actually research. Rome plus 2. Legalization opinion plus 2. This also requires aristocracy. To be perfectly honest, I think this is the best option, so we're going to switch. But this costs civics. I had 867. This costs 400 and something to change the laws of your country. Okay, this is your timeline. I've shown you this before. This is the timeline tree. And like I said, if you want to learn like land consolidation, you just click on it and it'll show you what you're going to learn to get to it. This is just our cities. It looks like Rome is doing quite well, but there is a discontent of -6 for both my cities. Need to get a governor. Okay, that is all those screens up there. Let's go back. Carry on with what we're doing. Oh, that's honey. Okay. If you don't like playing so close, you can zoom out. That's the furthest you can zoom out. Greece has begun construction of the oracle. The royal family of Greece visits the court during a feast. Prince Ptolemy, the humbler of Greece, makes a shocking boast about how much better a ruler he will be one day. King, that's the actual king, okay, so this is his son, chides him for his brashness and turns to us for support. What do we say? I can't say nothing because I don't have charming. This will make our popularity with the new king. This will make our opinion with the new king go down by 40. This is difficult. Sooner or later this king is going to die and we don't want to be on this king's bad side, so I think we'll go with this one. So this gives us plus 40. Attacked by a bear. The victims of the bear attack are delivered safely to the settlements of their nation, Tut. The village leader thanks our people for their kindness, expressed desire to cooperate in the future, offered to set up trade between two nations. Yeah. Can start making money from trading. We're out of stone. You can buy more stone if you click here. You can buy using your money if you're running out of a resource. But it does use all your money up. Promote to steadfast, promote to tough, promote to focus, promote to combat. Need to research the quarry as soon as I can, so I can start getting stone. Experius is now old enough to be tutored by the courtiers. The citizens of Rome trust in our justice and leadership. As a result, city leaders wish to strengthen the legal system and encourage more people to participate in the judicial process. They are considering the formation of a Storfia paid function that provides jurors with a salary such as position would be costly, but it would make Rome courts second to none. I can't establish it. I don't have enough money. I can also stay out of Rome's legal system. I can stay out of Rome's legal system. Malicious tutors come before you, contrived and stammering apologies before their morning tutorial. Nemus and his friends evade the donnery old men and went down into the city. Chance upon a public indus where young children are educated in reading, writing, arithmetic, and poetry. Watching for a time, Nemus was struck by the poor quality of the instruction. He now believes that standardized mass education in the city might improve the learning of the lower class. Don't have money. It is good that he has a close group of friends. Plus discipline becomes disappointed with me. Unfortunately, we lose technology if I choose this option. But it's the better of the two evils. He will study commerce. Made him study commerce so we can make money. So sweet. See, that's why it's nice to be allies with everybody, because then they automatically kill my scouts as soon as they see them if we were enemies. But because we're not enemies, they're nice to me. They let us walk past and that. I can explore any further down here unless I figure out how to cross the ocean, which I've never been able to figure out in this game. Need the quarry. Let's see if I can find it for you. Tech tree. Stone cutting, that's what I need. I think it might appear in the next thing. So let's actually, I'm sure if I click on it, it'll start learning it immediately. No, it won't, okay. Sovereignty unlocks the new law tyranny, all cities plus 8 years, military actually unlocks decree and capital, all cities, okay, rally troops, requires military drill, troops rallied, unlocks barracks improvements, this gives us a free worker, gives us the warrior unit, can also upgrade to axeman or spearman. Leads to labour force, husbandry and steel. Make fan. And like I said, this black line is the end of the map. You can't go beyond that black line, unfortunately. Duchess Claudia is now old enough to be tutored by courtiers. She will study philosophy, tactics. She's only got 2 options. Let's go with the top one, philosophy. Build the Shrines of Ceres. What's this do? Urban improvement, build anywhere. Spreads Rome paganism. Opinion, Princess Acrolite. Oh, we've nearly got our first ambition. We were 4 out of 6. See, it is ambition 0 out of 10. So when we get 10 ambitions, we win the game, basically. When you successfully get 10 ambitions, we win the game. In the air. Showing a rare break from the academy seeking guidance. So this is Duke Numerous. 2 opposing factors of those dominant made smart discussions and studies. One holds that the fates directly the way of mankind, so we must accept all events with a stoic tranquility. The other states that the gods are indifferent and fickle, and thus we should look to ourselves for enrichment of the mind and body. Emphasize heavily. Which of these is the right way? I can make him superstitious. The gods are to be feared in all respect. Or greedy. I think in these times, this would have been the best option. Personally, I would pick this one, but anyway, I'll pick this because it's suitable for the time. Your courtiers inform you that, for better or worse, Duchess Claudia is showing signs of taking after her mother. How is it going to take shape is yet to be seen. You can make her fierce, bloodthirsty, or cruel. That's all. I'd rather have her get the fierce traits, but not the bloodthirsty or cruel. And she became bloodthirsty. Lovely. The fabulous family have sent representatives from Rome to speak before the courts and make a plea for you to enter, clear 3 tribal sites or field 4 generals, both goals important to the family's ambition. The family are supporters of your rule and hope to strengthen their ties with the crown. Will you accept an ambition from this illustrious family? Yes, field 4 generals. I'm not taking out tribal sites. We're friends with them. I've already completed 2 of the 4. Ooh, we can get some iron. Nice. Some proper iron from the iron factory here. From the iron mine. Okay, let's see what we can build here. We can build another farm. We can build that. We must build another farm. Always prioritize farming, because eventually people do start running out of food and then they start dying in numbers. So always prioritize farming. Or is it your mother has died? Okay, so my mother has died. Right, so our mother has just died. She was 68. And the Hittites have begun construction of the pyramids. The Hanging Garden has been completed by Rome. It's guided by pity has become gracious. Okay, so my nephew, the fifth in line, he said, my pity has become gracious. Okay. Okay, I need quarry and I need this. Quarry. So we can start getting stone. We desperately need stone. Okay, so our mother is no longer with us. She has passed away. So, harvest lavender. I'm going to choose a production for this place. Treasury. Interesting. We need a treasury. Starting to run out of money. Mana. Forums. Council. And let's get some more soldiers. Just in case. I don't see any threat happening too soon. But it helps to be safe. With a mild fever and a runny nose, my wife is ill, okay? It's not old enough, so my wife is sick. And my son is old enough to be tutored. You may be interested to learn that for better or worse, Prince Lucius is showing signs of taking after his mother. How this will influence will shape is yet to be seen. Oh my gosh, these options are terrible. And this is my heir. If anything, please become righteous. Oh my gosh, she's intolerant. Oh, we found some more of Greece here. I don't know if we're allowed in. No, we're not allowed in. Okay. Basically, if you set foot on their border, it is considered a course of hostility, and you immediately start a war with them. So you can't step onto their borders, their lands. So unfortunately I cannot go beyond this point because their civilization is here. Yes, I can get on better terms with them. What are my terms with them? I don't actually know. Ish. I can send goods. This might help. Bring a gift. iron. Okay, that might put us in Greek's good books. It did. News arrives from the Hittites, the new that King Pioneer is dead, a new ruler, King Amaman, is the new Hittite, has taken the throne. The opinion of you is upset. Okay. News arrives from Greece that King Enlightened of Greece is dead, and a new ruler, King II, is now the king of Greece. He's taken the throne. The opinion of you is now cautious. Queen Sylvia, your wife, is no longer ill. She has fully recovered. With the death of King Hattusili, the pioneer of Hittite, ruler of the Hittites, has passed to King Aman, the new of the Hittites. The new ruler wastes no time in making his presence known, sending a heavily armed cohort of diplomats to treat with you, the thugs being demanded before you. Tut has been lenient with you, but no longer. You will pay a tribute of gold or iron, or it will be war. It's not much money. It's not much iron either. It's only $28. With the death of King Me of Greece, to second him, once the murmur of shock from the court died down, the messenger reveals the main process of his purpose of his visit. Has invited you to visit Greece on a diplomatic trip to visit the new ruler's lands. He will use this opportunity. Try to befriend him. How shall we use this opportunity? Try to befriend him. Become superstitious. Just downright refuse to join them. I'll take the top one. Try and befriend them. And try and trade with them. Get their opinion of us up. Monkey philosophy. During one of your visits to the academy, Duchess Claudia asked you to come see her pet monkey. She recently rescued the fairy creature from a local market and fell in love with it. You worry where the obsession with the monkey might lead. Oh, Swapman, is it the only option I've got? Damn it, that's the only option I've got, really? Fine, I chose that option. Now that Duke has completed the studies of politics, how shall he contribute to the court? Can serve as governor or spy master. Gains scholar, can serve as a governor or spy master. As governor, unlocks inquiry. As leader, can redraw texts or cities. +2 science. Leader mission to challenge. As leader, or that option. Games diplomat, can serve as a governor for any family or ambassador. As governor, +40. As leader, +60. Leader mission, national alliance. Leader mission, tribal alliance. And he gives us global civics. That one. Okay, let's put him in. It says if he serves as a governor. So he's the governor of Rome at the moment. Okay, that's good. Now, let's carry on. This guy can't go any further. Unless we're now allowed to cross into their land. No, okay, still not. Alright. Gosh, their land is just overtaking this whole area. We're getting to a stage where we actually can't go beyond this point. ambition discovers 6 technologies. Sweet. Oh, yes, I can finally learn raids. Raids makes it faster for the characters to move around and that. I'm going to research that. A delegate from Greece is sent to help settle a minor dispute that is brewing between your two nations. At dinner, one of the parties speculates on who could beat the god of gods of war, leading to a spirited debate. They put forward him as the best candidate. Some other visiting dignitaries suggest him. Whom do you choose? I can only choose one option. He's a superior general. Who is this guy? He's the leader of the Tut. I think it would be best to go with that, because the Hittite tribe don't like us at the moment. Don't worry, I'll fix up the relationship with Greece soon enough. I'm using my influence as king to persuade them, to sway their decision and turn them good. Saracens. Can't do anything with them yet. Saracens are the only tribe that don't really like me. The rest of them are fine. My brother's still alive. I'm surprised I'm still alive. Thought by now Remus would have tried to kill me. The Oracle completed by Greece. Now that Jukes has completed the studies of commerce, how will he contribute to the court? What role will he play? Gains orientator can serve as governor or ambassador. 1 happiness per year. As leader 40. Religion, opinion, recruit tribal mercenaries with legitimacy. All cities +1 order. Is with the city. Friendly family. How many drops? Builder can serve as governor or chancellor. As governor, minus year to build improvements. As leader, can add urban tiles. Multiple workers can build improvements. All cities, 50% production time for workers, +3, and you get lots of money. Okay, he's becoming a builder. Gosh, we need to get our relationship with the Greeks up so we can cross their land. Look, they're like barring us, locking us in here. Can't explore beyond this point. Heir. You have successfully exerted your influence upon King Ptolemy II, the architect of Greece, but appeared weak in the process. Becomes influenced by King Romulus and ship, but we lose legitimacy. Our ambassador, Cornelius, completed his mission to establish a trade network with the Hittite. The Hittites are willing to trade, but the terms are not generous. We'll share science for wood, so we'll give them science and they'll give us wood. We'll give civics for wood. Let's trade training for wood. Okay. Has been inspired by a recent visit to the Hanging Gardens in Roma. She comes to you overflowing with enthusiasm. What guidance shall we provide? Never let someone get the better of you, never. +2 legitimacy, was inspired by wonder, becomes ruthless, okay. +20, +2 to that, I don't know what that is. Do we lose money, so maybe not. I think everything we lose money. This one we gain money. She becomes humble, +1 to dissatisfaction, but we get half to technology. Let's go with that, it gives us money. What should I upgrade? Oh, her wisdom is terrible. Let's go with courage. A general in because I've just leveled them up. What about you guys? They've already got a general, okay. Jeepers, we're absolutely stuck here. The Greeks have overtaken the whole bottom half of this map here. Political prisoner. Our scouts encouraged a party of Catholic soldiers whipping a man. They came across whipping a man bounded by his wrists and ankles. The warrior accuses the men of inciting a rebellion, of stalking members of the royal family, and intending to infiltrate the treasury. However, the victim insists that he is innocent of the crimes. Urge our men to move along and mind their own business. But I'm not regal or thoughtful, so I can't choose this option. I don't want to make war with them, especially if I've just met them. Let's go with this one. Ignore their advice and take their advice and move on. Ambassador Cornelia the Bold, your sister-in-law, our ambassador, has died in office. Your nephew is now head of the Fabius family. I don't have any more ambassadors. Damn it, we're going to have to wait a bit. Now that Duchess Claudia has completed her studies of philosophy, now she can contribute to the court. Can serve as a general or chancellor. I don't have chancellor unlocked yet. don't have an ambassador to choose. I'm going to have to pull him out. Okay, we got a new chancellor. We don't have a governor anymore, unfortunately. Do some specialist farmer. Treasury. We need money. And let's hire some more workers. Let them start researching. Garrison. Finally, I can make a quarry. We need stone. It's nice when the entire city is joined as one. We need husbandry for this. Let's research that next after labour force. Got a heroic tier because my wife is leading them. Means they're a very good army. Okay, ending the year. Affected by night constraint, vomiting and diarrhea, King Romulus, you is severely ill. Oh my gosh, our king is about to die. Remus has died, okay. So my brother is dead, I'm about to die. And Satanism, Zentrism founded in Zama. It pains the court to bring you news of your brother's untimely death. The capital mourns. May the soul of Remus, the schemer, find eternal rest. I will miss Remus. A merchant recently returned from describing the usual practice of people of Zuma. Following the teachings of the prophet Zoroaster, they have started making sacrifices to a god called Alma Mazda. Tales of the sacred fires, animal sacrifices, and cosmic struggle between gods are soon spreading around the court. I can support the foreign faith, or I can refuse to support it. We'll support it. I'm going to die in a few minutes in any case. I'm severely ill. I want to delete this. I've got the wrong thing here and I'm trying to see if I can delete it. It doesn't look like I can. We'll leave it for now. Yeah, also, if you send your scouts to the same block as another character or another unit, they automatically declare war on each other. So be careful where you click. Discovered a new landmark. Oh, camels. Recent events have shaken the confidence of Duke Spurius, and he has lost some of his charm. He has lost -1 charisma. Your doctors and diviners have warned you that the end is near. Time to get your affairs in order. Yeah. King's gonna die. As valuable as tutors are in Rome, society is ultimately the duty of the parents to oversee their children's education. In addition to the basis of business and domestic skills, it is important to teach the moral and civic responsibilities that make a good citizen of Rome. Lucius has quickly mastered everything that you have taught him and asks for more. How will you sate this appetite for learning? Give him access to the historical texts of our people, encourage him to spend more time in training. Tutors are doing well enough. Gives them experience. Tutors are doing well enough. Vying for favour. Upon meeting the Numidians' leader, King Capusa, your diplomats are shocked to find a delegate of Carthaginians staying as his guests. It seems the nation has their own plan for the Nubians and are determined to get their way. Should your people push ahead with the peace and risk of endangering relations with Carthage, no matter the cost? This doesn't do anything and now become terrifying. This is the best overall. Okay. Make peace with the tribe. I don't think my king's going to survive. There's supposed to be a way to delete, Sure there's a way to delete something that you don't want. That doesn't work. Damn it. All that marble's going to waste because I put the wrong building down. Got a feeling our king is dead after this. Yep, king is dead. You can see straight away my heir disappeared. King Romulus interpreted, you have died. The following ambitions are now legacies. Basically, when your king dies and they haven't completed something, it becomes a legacy, and then you've got 20 years to complete it. And if you don't complete it in the 20 years, it just gets written off. But yeah, it says here, the following ambitions are now legacies. Field 4 generals, I've got 20 years left, and make peace with the tribe, 20 years left. And this is our new king. Messages from the capital bring news of King Romulus's death. All of Rome mourns with the royal family. Hail Lucius the New. Hail King Lucius the New. the new and rightful king of Rome, dies. Long live King Lucius, the new. Well, with the passing of Romulus and the succession of Lucius, I guess that's where our video will end. I just thought I'd show this game to people and let them see it. It's a very interesting game, a lot of reading, but I like the way it shapes how you can decide what happens to your kingdom and how things affect foreign viewers and foreign people and all sorts. It's very nice to have something like this. That's one of the reasons why I'm a big fan of Crusader Kings. But with this game, it's not focused just around the Crusades. You've got an entire pre-history of the countries. Whereas with Crusader Kings, the countries have already been established. This is before the countries. Like I said, it's a mixture of Civilization and Crusader Kings. You need an heir to carry on. If you don't have an heir, you're game over. So I hope you all enjoyed it, and let me just make this last decision, and then that's it for today. There will be another episode of Bakugan pretty soon. I see a lot of people are liking it. It's quite popular. But I don't want to do too much of it because then people will get annoyed. So I thought I'd try a different game that people aren't really familiar with and see how it goes. Until then, I hope you all enjoyed my video, and remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more of it. And I'll see you when I see you. For now, becomes a zealot or he becomes a schemer. Let's go with becoming a schemer. For now, enjoy, and we'll have another video soon enough. Let me just save. And I'll see you guys when I see you. If you want to see more of this, like I said, likes are what makes me decide if something's going to carry on or what. If it doesn't get any likes, it doesn't carry on, it doesn't become a series. But if people are interested and want to see more, like the video, you can also buy the game on Epic and Steam. It's available on both platforms. I think it's, when I brought it, I can't really say foreign currency wise, but it was quite cheap when I bought it. But I bought it in early access. I've been with the game since early access. I only switched over to Steam after it moved to Steam. I'm not a big fan of Epic. So yeah, it's on Steam. You can buy it on Steam, and it's also on Epic. It's called Old World, and it's by Mohawk, and it's a nice indie game. Just go to the main menu so people can see. There we go. It's called Old World, and it's a very interesting game. If you like Civilization and you like Crusader Kings, you'll like this game. Okay, until then, I hope you all enjoyed my video, and I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye for now. I also forgot to mention that the game is online co-op and all that, so you can play with other people. It's not just a single player game, you can play with other people. But it is a very interesting game. I recommend it. I saw the reviews on Steam are very positive, 90%. So if you take my word for it and you go look on Steam, you might actually like the game. Until then, goodbye again, and thank you for watching my video. See you next time. Goodbye.